Hello, how's it going, everybody? How's it going tonight? This is Manic Tim with Manic Sports. Um, wow, Baltimore is the second team to qualify for the playoffs um, by beating Jacksonville pretty convincingly. But yeah, like I said, Baltimore qualified for the playoffs, the Ravens, by beating Jacksonville very convincingly. And so what's next? Lions, depending on if the Seahawks lose, may qualify for the playoffs tomorrow. And of course, the Lions being the only team in the NFC North to win this week. Um, one game gives them the division, either a Minnesota loss or a Detroit win, or even a tie would even a tie with Minnesota would give the Lions a win. So you take a look at Lions got a pretty good chance as far as for winning the NFC North. We all know how this being we have not done great against rival teams this year. Um, against NFC North teams, we have split each game. Uh, Winning one against the Packers and losing one against the Packers, winning one against the Bears and losing one against the Bears. So So basically, if we go ahead and we do that with Minnesota, we're still the NFC North champs. Um, but you also got to look at this too: is Lions could, if the right combination of teams lose, and if the Lions were to win out, I mean, it would be a big undertaking. You can't just say that the Lions, no matter what, are going to win out. But if they do go ahead and win out, then they could end up actually, and the right teams lose, like Dallas, and of course, if the Eagles lose, if 49ers lose their, some of their last, couple times, uh, then and then the Lions could actually end up being the top seed if seeing how things work out. But I mean that's a long shot right now because you need San Francisco to lose. You need San Francisco to lose probably at least two games. You need uh, Lions to win out. So hey, we'll get to see what goes on. Okay, let's with the Baltimore win. They are of course ten and 3. The best record in football right now. Uh, would that be? I think this. All right. Okay. So yeah. Baltimore goes ahead and defeats Jacksonville. Like I say, it's not even a close game. It's not even a close game with 23-7. Uh, Going ahead and lose. Uh, you have one more game this week. As far as and that's a Monday night game, and it's going to be the game against, you know, um, No, Eagles and Eagles. Oh boy, got Eagles and the Seahawks. So, um, but hey, I don't think the standings are updated yet because Baltimore should really be 11-4, right? Or 11-3. Uh, okay, let's go ahead and playoffs. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so Baltimore, and of course they play Miami next week. So Baltimore and Miami will go ahead and play out. And if some way Miami can go ahead and beat Baltimore, you could end up seeing you know uh, a change in as far as the leading seed there. Right now, so basically, as far as for the playoff seeding, you have Baltimore was the number one seed. You got Miami number two, Kansas. Well, Baltimore 11-3, Miami number two with 10-4. Then you have Kansas City 9-5, and Jacksonville being 8-6 is right behind there. Cleveland 9-5, and Bengals being 8-6, with Indianapolis being the final seed. As far as if things continue on the path that they're going right now. And still waiting in the wings are you still have Houston and Buffalo, which are both 8-6. And Pittsburgh 7-7, Denver 7-7. So there's still a lot of teams in the mix. Okay, in the NFC, we pretty much know how this is right now. Now the San Francisco 49ers, they're number one seed right now. They are 11-3. With Philadelphia Eagles yet to play this week, being 10-3. Detroit Lions are 10-4. So, right now Lions hold the number 3 seed in the playoffs. Tampa Bay is a 4 seed, and they're 7-7. Dallas being 10-4, same as the Lions, but because of the divisional deal, the Lions had to have the seed over them because the Lions are the divisional leaders. Minnesota is 7-7, so they would be the 6th seed, and the 7th seed right now is the LA Rams. You got New Orleans Saints at 7-7, just outside of the playoff round, and outside of the playoff hopefuls, and Seattle being 6-7. Once again outside of that too. So basically, if the Seattle would hold the tiebreaker, so in order for Seattle to kind of knock us out of the playoffs like they did last year, they would need to win all their games, and Lions would need to lose all their games. So that's the only scenario that would work for them. Of course, Atlanta being 6-8, and then you have the Packers are 6-8. Bears and the Giants are 5-9, with the Commanders being 4-10, Arizona being 3-11, and Carolina being 2 wins and 12 losses. Carolina being actually absolutely horrible in this whole thing. But we just need we need the Lions to go ahead and freaking win. It's going to be kind of a battle too against the tight ends. Sam Laporte goes up against T.J. Hockenson. As far as for leading tight ends, and as far as the two teams. Of course, we know T.J. Hockenson very well. Being that the Lions were the ones to draft him, then trade him to Minnesota for basically a song last year, or 2 years. No, it was last year. Trade him. But not that it really hurt the Lions as of yet. But you're going to see, if the Lions can go ahead and go with the pawn offense and actually make the plays and stuff like that, I think they got a good chance of winning. The only thing is the defense of the Vikings. They're pretty tough. Their offense is not what it was. Of course, Cousins is still out. Dobbs was benched. Now, I won't put it past Minnesota to go ahead and bring Dobbs back if they feel he can run against Detroit. See that, even though Dobbs was benched, one of the things about that gives us fits, that gives the Detroit Lions fits, is that running quarterback. So if you're if they're a quarterback that is playing right now in place of Dobbs, cannot run, cannot do anything, don't be surprised if Minnesota makes a quarterback switch and brings Dobbs back in just to go ahead. As long as Dobbs is healthy enough to play in that. Teddy Bridgewater, no real big news, but Teddy Bridgewater, he has stated, will be his last year playing in the NFL. So he's going to end his career as a Lion. So we'll get, we got to say goodbye to Teddy Bridgewater for sure. I was listening to Pride of Detroit earlier, and they were saying, well, should they go ahead and retire the number 50, because with Teddy Bridgewater, you award the number 50, which looks real weird in the preseason. Should he? I don't know. Goff, of course, went without any interceptions or fumbles. Lions got sparked. Jameson Williams, we had some looks there. Jahmyr Gibbs, man, he ran for a bunch. And then of course you got David Montgomery. You also had of course, Khalif Raymond ends up getting smacked as far as for the Denver player did not actually see the fair catch, but if are you supposed to be looking for that if you're going to tackle the player? You're supposed to be looking to see if. So to me, there's no excuse for not seeing that. And then you also got to look at Sam Laporte, 3 touchdowns, had one hell of a day. Damn, I don't know why I'm coughing again. And so I'm not ready for the football season to end. I know I said that in my last stream, and I don't feel any different than I did now, than I did back then. We'll go over the game once again for actually, well, we already went over the games before on my last stream. So what we're going to do is instead of doing that, I'm going to go over the game for our next week. Uh, um, of course, one game on tab. Yeah, this week will be Eagles at Seattle. Uh, then Thursday night on Amazon, you'll have the Saints will go ahead and take on the Rams. Um, you'll have Cincinnati Bengals goes to Pittsburgh, and Buffalo goes to the Chargers. Um, then Washington will go to the Jets, and Green Bay goes ahead and goes to Carolina. Cleveland will go to Houston, and Detroit, of course, goes to Minnesota. Indianapolis Colts plays Atlanta Falcons, who's not been so hot. And then, of course, next week's game, Seattle goes to Tennessee, and Jacksonville will go ahead and take on Tampa Bay. Arizona will take on the Bears. And that's it for next week. So, and seeing that and doing that, and yeah, we'll get to see what's going on, what's up, how they can go ahead and improve their games. I want to thank everybody for coming and watching Cincinnati Sports. Of course, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter. I'm doing Twitter now too. Facebook. Eventually I might add Instagram. Some of the other platforms, maybe TikTok. And so just go ahead and looking forward to seeing the Detroit Lions playing in the playoffs, winning the NFC North, taking Chicago and Green Bay down. Of course, we did once, we split with them, but then Green Bay. Then of course Green Bay. Well, we got to beat Minnesota. We got to beat Minnesota. We got to. I mean, it'd be great to win out. Now, is Dallas a winnable game for Detroit? Being at Dallas is going to be a freaking hard game. And it's going to be freaking harder than hell to win at Dallas. Number one is at Dallas, AT&T Stadium. Dallas knows how to play. How to put up that those. They got to pull an offense. So does the Lions. We know how the Cowboys have actually. They're in a division where you have, well, yeah, the Giants suck. The Commanders, they suck. Both of those teams suck. But you also have Philadelphia in that division, and right now Dallas and Philadelphia, they're kind of neck and neck and stuff as far as for um, wins and losses. They each beat each other one time and stuff like that. But it's always hard for Detroit to go in uh, Dallas and beat them. But hey, Detroit was the one that went into Dallas and beat Dallas. Uh, yeah, remember way back in the '90s, when they beat Dallas, not only in the in the um, regular season, but when they went ahead and they beat Dallas in the playoffs too. Uh, and they whipped them both games very, very handily. So hey, we'll get to see we'll really get to see if Detroit has what it takes within these uh last few games. 3 games, man. 3 games left. That's it. You know, uh then playoffs. Win one, they're the first champions. The first time they'll win the NFC North. So is there anybody who wants to comment in the comment sections? I also posted it in where you can actually join the stream. There's a link in the chat if somebody wants to join the stream. I know not everybody likes to, but uh, of course, if I don't get much interaction, I probably won't be on here too long tonight anyway. But I would really like to um, get some feedback as far as from what's going on, and so is you know who's your guys' team? Is it Detroit? Is it the Packers? Is it the so who's your team? That's what I'm wondering. I really don't. I know who my team is. Uh, and but let's kind of do a little talk to as far as what do you guys think of the XFL and USFL merging? You think it's a good thing? You think they're doing it right? You think it's something that's they're doing wrong? Are they saving two less of teams? Are they XFL to merge with USFL impact on Seattle unclear Sea Dragons? Uh, so to me, I think you gotta try to save as many teams as you can, not put a watered down version out there of the two leagues. You know, that's what I think. You know, I want to see these two teams, these two leagues merge and become a stronger league because of it. Okay, history of the United States Football League. Okay, I'm now pleased to announce, and on Amazon, I'm pleased to announce that the new book on the history of the United States Football League is now available for immediate shipping. We don't really need to know, but if somebody wants to, now I know the USFL ended up. Yeah, everybody knows it was one that was started out in the 80s, early 80s, 82, uh, 82, 83, 84. I think they folded in 85. And they came back in the 2022, played all their games at Birmingham. Then they ended up playing more, playing in 4 different venues in the uh, second season. Uh, the XFL, they had already uh, folded twice under Vince McMahon, and Rockhead bought them. Lost so much money that uh, they ended up basically folding and merging with uh, the USFL. And I don't know. I think they're playing too much money management and stuff like that. And you gotta be able to let your stuff grow. Uh, you gotta be able to let your teams grow, and you gotta be able to build your fan base. You can't go ahead. It's like teasing the fans when you go ahead. I mean, these fans, yeah, not you can't go ahead and build a trust in fans if you keep if the fans cannot trust you, as far as for what you're gonna do. Uh, you know, I'm not saying they overcharge people because they did not on none of the XFL or the USFL. They didn't over. Most tickets were very reasonable for just get seats in there. Um, but or just get butts and seats and stuff like that. But I just think that things could have been done better. Uh, Especially with the way the merger went. I want to hear exactly what teams are going to be there. I heard the Michigan Panthers are going to stay. I'm sure Birmingham will stay. Uh, we'll probably shut this down after a half hour unless I get more people listening. Uh, right now I got somebody from Maniac Sports Twitch. I do appreciate you watching. Um, I don't know why and there's also somebody from Facebook. But hey, how you guys doing? What did you guys think of the Lions game? What did you guys think of you know what did you guys think about the whip ass that the Raiders put on the Chargers to begin the week? You know, I mean that's uh and also the cannon whip ass that the Lions put on the Broncos. It was that was something. that was something to see the Lions actually do that. You know, they started out slow, uh, but then they ended up was able to regroup. You know, and then they started out punt, then they end up scored like touchdowns in a row and stuff like that. You know, I do think uh, that they should have had another that the uh, Broncos should have had another touchdown. I gotta kind of agree, but Sean Payton should have went ahead and threw the challenge flag, and that might have been running on the field might have been changed. Who knows? But he didn't. Yeah, he didn't do much but yell at Russell Wilson for what happened. But in saying that, I think I'm just going to go ahead and end the stream. Thank you guys. I will be back on next week at some time. Go Lions, one pride. Definitely be on for No Hold Barred Friday. I'll try to put together a better show this Friday. Just kind of let me know if somebody wants to be on it. This is Maniac Tim with Maniac Sports. I'm going to close out tonight for tonight. Probably just go ahead and go to bed. Thank you guys. Go Lions, one pride.